Okay. Lady Mikage. Here we go. And then transform. Let's get it. Okay, so we still don't know how we get her, but what we can do is probably test her out in Hydra. I freaking love this champion, just to like get that out there. But what I'm worried about is her cool form, the spider form, is not that good. So she does have 100% chance to place sleep. And then she has a AoE stun, decreased turn meter, which is fine. Increase accuracy, buff removal, and then place weaken. I mean, that's cool. I don't know how we're going to use that with polymorph. And then transform into the base form and grants an extra turn. At the start of this champion's turn, decreases the turn meter of the enemy with the highest attack by 15%, and then accuracy in all battles aura. But I really like this form, which sucks, because I want to see her in the other form, but this one is great. One attacks with one random ally from the Shadowkin faction. So basically, if you only have one champion in the Shadowkin faction, they will join the attack. Decreases the duration of all enemy buffs. Increases the duration of all debuffs. Then increase attack, increase crit damage on all allies. Then teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy. The allies joining the attack will use their default skills. This is a 4-turn cooldown. And then this is the transform ability. And then her passive here removes all debuffs from the ally with the highest attack. So she kind of reminds me of a Cardial, right? She kind of reminds me of Cardial, where she has this increased crit rate, increased crit damage, but she has increased attack and increased crit damage, which I like better. And this is also on a 4-turn cooldown. And then here, he has the full cleanse on everyone, whereas she just cleanses one specific person. But here's what I'm thinking for this test, okay? I'm thinking, I mean, Ninja would be insane, but I don't know if people are going to want to see that. Maybe. I mean, it would be pretty crazy to do. So, Ninja with his A1, the decreased defense, and filling his turn meter, that could be pretty cool. Ninja doesn't have an aura, though. So, Rio could be cool. Yumiko could obviously be cool. But I'm thinking either Genzin, because he's got the triple hitter and the turn meter boost, or Harima, because she's got decreased attack, and then she'll just do an AoE decrease attack, but it'll still only attack one enemy. That's pretty cool. Michinaki would be a beast. That seems like super good. But if we want somebody cool, I don't have him, but Jintoro would be cool. I really wanted to do Jintoro, but I forgot I didn't have him. There's so many good choices, but I think you're going to want at least one person in the team with her if you're going to use her in Hydra. I think the obvious inclusion is Michinaki if you have him. So let's get a team together and then we'll test this. Okay, but before we jump into the Hydra team, I just had to know, what are her multipliers like? So I put her in a team with Ragash here because neither of them are in Savage. So I felt like that would be a good comparison. She is an attack-based damage dealer, but we know Ragash is, you know, pretty good champion in terms of damage. I have the attack aura for her, and then the defense aura for him. They're not exactly the same, but they're pretty close. It should give us a good idea. I guess we'll have to make sure Ragash doesn't weak hit, but you know, let's see what happens. Okay, I decided to do Ragash first to build up a little bit. But we can, while we're doing that, we can test her like A1. Okay, that was reasonable. Oh, she got an extra turn. 54k. Interesting. All right, so let's find a non-weak hit. 80k on the non-weak hit. Okay. Cupidus. Sure. I don't think that matters. Does Strengthen actually do more damage? I don't think it does. Okay. All right. So this one, we're not gonna test that, but that is an important part of her kit. Okay. 33k, 34k. And Ragash on his A1 does more damage than that. So I don't think we really need to be concerned about her as a damage dealer, but I am going to probably leave her in this gear. So let's just take a quick look at what build I put her in before we jump into Hydra. Alright, so I have her in Relentless and then just a broken set. I have her reasonably fast with some damage stats. And some attack in there, and definitely some accuracy. I actually don't think that that's enough accuracy. I'm gonna need to glyph that. Okay, let me add some more accuracy in there. Alright, cool. Using those glyphs on the test server, we got to 350 accuracy. Masteries, I've been really liking this type of a setup here, where you have limited things chosen on the offense tree, but then War Master or Giant Slayer, and then a cool support setup where you're gaining a bunch of turn meter, you're extending the buffs, all of that good stuff. Let's jump in and see the team that I have for Hydra, and let's test it out. Alright, so here's the team. We have our dude, who is going to pair really well with her, and that's Michanaki. His A1 is obviously a really cool combo. Placing HP burn, he's a great damage dealer. We're going to boost him with Shamail and Arbiter. We have Cantra in there for all the debuffs. We have Cecia in there, who admittedly would pair pretty well with Cardiel in this team. And then we have our chick, Lady Mikage. Listen, people, listen, Raid Shadow Legends. Lady Mikage. Because she's Japanese. It's like Naruto, okay? The Kazekage, this is the Mikage, okay? I'm, like, very confident on that. Please obviously tell me that you think I'm wrong. But let's jump in here and let's see this team in action. But let's get it set up, okay? So we probably want to do this first. I mean, to just, you know, do some damage, get some ally attacks. Maybe we should have... So one of the things that I'm thinking about here is who is going to keep us alive? I mean, we got an extra turn there, which is cool. I don't think we have enough debuffs to provoke. Let's go ahead and do the Hex. And then, see, Cantra's going before Cecia, which I don't like. It would be really great if she could go after Cecia. Because then we could get more debuffs on. So if I hit here, then Michanaki is going to hit there as well, and then we get cleansed. Okay, let me get this tweaked and set up a little bit better for some good RNG on this run. And that is, I mean, that was a really tough hit there, but we're still alive. So I think this team's going to be okay. Alright, there we go. I switched the Shamail to the Provoke one instead of the Damage one, and I got the Cleansing Head over here, Mr. Decay. I got him all provoked up so that now we can start basically like killing people or extending the buffs. I think what we want to do is just do this first, and then after that... then we'll extend. She's just like getting lots of extra turns here. We did not get block buffs over here. So maybe we should have saved this till after he went. But it's pretty cool that Michanaki is going to team up with her. It would also be cool if we had somebody who's doing an AoE. I'm not sure who that would be, but that would be pretty cool. Let's try and steal buffs with Cantra. Great. Let's try and do it again. Great. And then we can come in here. So we have decreased defense. We have all the things. We're not getting block buffs on everyone, which is not great. And maybe we need a little bit more survivability in the team. I'm not sure just yet. So, I probably should have disabled Arbiter's Revive so that I could come in and manual it. But again, not sure. This is just a brand new team here. So it's kind of the structure that I like to use. But normally I'm running this on a lower difficulty. So what we'll do is this. Okay, that was great. And then this. And yeah, we're just really cycling through abilities quickly. And there's like a lot of synergy here, but we don't really have a mischief tank. So that is one problem that we would want to be thinking about if this was a team we were going to continue to run. So I think this is looking fine. I think so. But we'll see how it goes.
What to do when things don't go as planned.
So as you can see here, the Nightmare run was kind of a quick one, but it did let me know something that I had a misconception about, which was just, I thought that Lady Mikage extended the buffs on your team. She does not do that. Next up, I wanted to make some changes here and test this on Brutal again. I put Lydia in here so that we would have some buffs on ourselves for some survivability while still having that decreased defense and weaken. And I put in the Inquisitor Shamail that has a provoke set to try to help us out. Let's look at the beginning of the run and see what actually happened in this clip. Okay, so what you're going to notice with this team is the same kind of structure that we had in the last team. The difference here is that Lydia is bringing that strength in to help us with survivability, and we have a little bit more debuffs going on here, which is going to help us. And then Lady Mikage is going to extend the duration of those debuffs, which is a really, really cool part of her kit. I'm not sure what clips are making it in the video at this point, so I might have mentioned that before, but it's a really important part about her kit, and I wanted to highlight it here in this part of the video. It ended up being a reasonable run, and then here at the end of the run, we had things kind of go a little sideways, but, you know, it was still ended up being a pretty decent run. So let's skip ahead to the damage screen and see what ended up happening on this run.
Sometimes life doesn't go as planned.
So as you can see, with very little effort in the team building, we were able to hit the 1 key really, really easily. I'd love to see what happens if we made some other changes to the team. So let's try a little bit more any champions I want and not just trying to make an accessible team.
Unexpected things happen, and what we had hoped for doesn't turn out the way we imagined.
All right, let's just jump right in here and start talking right in the middle of this last run. I literally don't know what happened to the footage. I ran a team with Ninja, and it ended around turn 130. It was like 80, no, I don't even remember the damage amount. It wasn't as high as what I was thinking, though. Like, Ninja only did like 20 million damage because he was the only HP burn champion in the team. Now, this version here, this is going really well. Obviously, I put Krisk in the team, and that's it. That's the only change I made. I put Krisk in place of Arbiter, and you can see what a difference that's making. Michanaki is getting boosted from Inquisitor Shamail, and he's getting the extra attacks from Lady Mikage. And then we have Krisk in there for the provokes. Usually he's the mischief tank as well, but you can see there, not always. But this is going extremely well. We're on turn 83. We're over 100 million damage. Yeah, it's going really, really well. So what I'm going to do is let this play out, and then we'll look at the damage, and I'll summarize all of my thoughts. My apologies if this video seemed a little bit chaotic, because, man, I had just a bunch of recording problems today with the mic and also all these different things. Trying to put the clips together for this video was a lot harder than what I expected. So hopefully you appreciate this. And if you want to see her tested in another way, let me know. If you're curious, like what all the builds are, I guess I could probably show those off. But I don't think that that's really the point of this video. The point is, Lady Mikage is very good. She is does a really good cardial impression, and I think that she has a place on your account. You can see here I'm getting really great results out of this. I can't wait to see what the damage is. So I'll let this play out, and then I'll come back at you on the damage screen, and we'll wrap it up from there.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Holy cow. Hold on. Let me move myself out of the way here. 123 million damage, and we didn't even reach the turn limit. Wowzers. And then Lady Mikage did 23, Lydia 55. Kantra, why are you doing so little damage? That's strange to me. Maybe my build didn't transfer over to the test server. Like if I fixed it after the fact. Krisk doing 54. Maybe that's because of the brimstone partly and the 5-star blessing. And then Shamil doing 68, but obviously the bulk of the load coming from Michanaki getting boosted here. That's my high score by a mile. And we didn't even hit the turn limit. This was just like 100% full auto because I had other stuff that I had to do. Wowzers. Okay, well, yeah, I would say that that's a pretty impressive combination. So anyway, I would definitely get her. We'll see probably when this video goes live or shortly after. We should know the details of the permanent fusion. So just take a look there. I'm sure I'll cover it. And the quickest ways for you to do that, or, you know, we'll break it down. I'll figure out some way to be helpful with that information as well. But definitely want to get a hold of her. Yeah, for sure. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.